Afternoon, everybody. Jeff from Rust Bucket Valley Garage. Thought I'd bring you a little tech tip today, make your life a little bit easier when you're working on cars. When you're troubleshooting brake lights, okay, there's only a couple things that can go wrong. It's your fuse or the brake light switch. Turn signal assembly can start acting up. The turn signal assembly on the S10s is a multifunction switch where you get high beam, low beam, you'll get the windshield wiper, windshield washer, you'll get the turn signals. On some vehicles equipped with cruise control, you will get cruise control under as well. Okay, so when you're troubleshooting brake lights, first, of course, under the hood in the integrated power center, make sure your fuse is good. Do not take and start loading the parts cannon. Okay, that is a very easy thing to do when you're troubleshooting a problem. Okay, if you've watched my videos for any length of time, and I hope you have, I was working on a 2008 Mustang, and I had no brake lights, and I had no windshield wipers. They both would not work. Okay, if you look over, this is the S10, but in this kick panel right here on the 2008 Mustangs, the body control module is in there, and in the cowl panel, on the panel right here outside, just below the windshield wiper, there is a hole, and there's a gasket around there. If the water infiltrates through the gasket, for some reason, it goes right down on top of the body control module. Okay, and it will just take and wipe it out if it gets wet, because electronics and moisture do not take and go well together. Generally, on the S10s, if you have problems with your brake lights, okay, the brake lights go through the body control module, okay? But the thing is, you will have other problems in addition to your brake lights. Usually your windshield wipers won't work, or if you have electric windows, your electric windows will not work, and those are some classic signs of a body control module. Okay, on the S10s, this is what the body control module will look like, and it is down here underneath the dash in the center behind this cover right here. It sits about right here, okay, and sits there just like this. There's 3 plugs. They have these available. This is actually an obsolete part. They have companies, there's a place called Route 71 Electronics that has these things for about $250. We just happen to have one around the shop for this video. Okay. One thing that I found on the brake light switches, okay, and hopefully you can take and see, there we go. This is what it looks like. This is a brake light switch that goes on your the foot pedal for your brake. Okay, when you order it at the parts counter, there are a couple of different varieties. The S10s take the 6-pin, and it's all related to the 6-pin. It's either 6-pin or 9-pin. Okay. How this actually works is there is a stud underneath the dash that is on the brake pedal itself. And if you've ever changed a master cylinder, you notice that there's a rod with a larger area that's thick and it's got a hole in it, and that goes over that pin. Okay, well, this goes over the pin also, and there's a clip that holds it in. But if you look in here, there is a white switch. Okay. With the way they're manufacturing these things right now, okay, it only takes a little bit of pressure to take and press this white switch when you press your brake pedal. But the thing is, you can get a brand new part from like Napa, AutoZone, O'Reilly. You know, those are the ones that we use because they have their strengths are different. You know, for weird stuff we go to Napa, and for good bargains we go to for O'Reilly. AutoZone has some good parts too. All not sponsors, but we use them anyway. What will happen sometimes if you take and put in a brand new switch, okay, you will find out that it does not work still, okay? There is, in the connector, okay, these two pins right here on the end. One has an orange wire on it and one has a white wire. The orange wire should be hot all the time. Key off, doors open or closed, doesn't make any difference. It should be hot all the time. And then when you press on the brake pedal and it activates the switch, then there's a white wire on the second pin that will connect inside the switch, and it will take and turn your lights on, your brake lights. Okay. The way they're manufacturing these right now, the sponge in here is not thick enough. Okay, so what we actually did is we got two of these switches in our stock in our shop, and neither of them would work. However, we knew they were good. So what we actually did is we took 2 layers of aluminum tape and we cut it to the size of this white button, and we cleaned it off with alcohol, and then we take and put the aluminum tape on there and patted it down and made sure it was on there real good. And then we put it back together and everything's happy now. Okay, so that's a little bit of a tech tip. Sometimes you have to take and make things work, you know, when the manufacturing is a little bit defective. Okay, I don't know where these things are made. There's no marking on them or anything. Could be made in China, Taiwan, Philippines, whatever. Unfortunately, probably not an American product. Okay, these things are not available at the dealer anymore, obsolete part. Anyway, I hope I've given you some good information, a little bit of history. We'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by.